Okay, ayan. So, guys, nagbabalik po muli tayo. Ang inyong favorite uncle, Tito Beast. At continuation to kasi nagkaroon na naman ng bagong upload. Itong trending ngayon na vlogger. Itong si so-called Sir Kevin. Okay? Dito sa bago niyang vlog ngayon na pinamagatang Bangon, which is translated to rise or get up in Filipino. Um, Kumbaga parang, alam mo yun, bumalik siya after 5 freaking days dahil nagkaroon daw siya ng anxiety, panic attack. Okay? Um, but I think this is just part of his series of prank and reality content, just to be honest with you. Alam naman natin yung history niya. Okay? What he usually do is to blend humor with narrative of overcoming a personal struggle. Ang ginagawa kasi nitong estilo, about reality, biglang lalagyan ng lesson sa huli, but then there's still that part na alam nating minsan hindi na tama. Straightforward offensive. Ah, yung gantong type ng content, ito yung cornerstone ng brand nitong taong to eh. Okay? At alam din naman natin, ito yung lagi nagiging source ng significant controversy niya. So, diretsahan na usapan to. What is the negative effect ng content niya? Alam mo yun, most of his content has a demonstrable history of causing real-world harm. Let's be honest, sasabihin nila, prank, katuwaan, but then you're affecting lots of people. Uh, Going back with a few comments that I gave to this so-called famous social media content creator, whatever. Alam mo yun, he's always promoting problematic behavior. Okay? Ang ginagawa kasi, hinuhuli niya ang kiliti ng mga Pilipino. Okay? Kasi tayo, alam naman nating third world country tayo. We are in the situation wherein if someone is earning a lot and then showing that being given to his family, helping other people, magaling. Natatakpan yung kamalian ng mga pinaggagawa niya. Most of his content has shown problematic behavior. Ito yun, tingnan nyo ha. First off, promoting irresponsible pranks. Hindi lang yung huling pansit bato na ginawa niya. There was this called sunog prank. Okay? It officially condemned by the BFP. Kasi ang ginawa nila, it creates potential panic and misuse of emergency service. Na ang ipang tatapal ay, content creator to, kakilala. Di ba? Meron pang tumatawag sila sa mga pulis, alam mo yon. Alam mo yun, nagpunta to sa ibang bansa na sinabing hindi, dito lang tumawag pa sa ganitong sangay ng gobyerno just to check na dumaan niya sa sakyan. Biruin niyo yun. Uh, this agency of the government should work doon sa bagay na inatas sa kanila. But then because of this prankster, freaks, ganun ang nangyayari. I don't know. Sorry if I called him a freak, but I don't know. It's really nonsense to me. And then, meron din siyang ginawang normalizing the disrespect, guys. Way back 2024, there was a video of him jokingly kissing a photo of Mika Lim of Bini on his TV screen during a live stream. Naging viral to. Aminin nyo man o hindi. Fans and the public called him out for being bastos, perverted, or kadiri. Alam mo yon? Lalo na't nakikita nung kanyang so-called long-term partner. Okay, the so-called, tawagin lang Ma'am Elma, whatever. Diyos ko, di man sila kasi, alam niyo yun. I don't know. And then eto nga, yung isa pa dun sa naging issue na ang ginawa lang niyang pang-resolve is, ano mo yun, mag-sorry lang. Apology. Come on, Filipino people. Pag ordinaryong tao ang gumawa ng maling bagay, grabe natin tuligsain. Pero pagkatulad nitong mga tao na to, na natatapalan tayo ng mga slapstick comedy, I'll include myself kasi I'm a big fan of Malupiton and Happy Friend. But mas maigi nga yung ginagawa nila eh, 'di ba? rather than this so-called family-oriented reality. Come on. Okay, so yeah, going back, yung child exploitation for views. Let's be honest, sabihin mang hindi nila alam na ganun ang purpose ng chair. Come on. You're claiming you're a teacher, nagtuturo ka, so you have a wide range of mind. Alam mo kung anong ibig sabihin ng upuan na yon. So one of his most serious offense was 2025's video titled Slide. Pero inyo, nagawa ng idea na slide ko, no? Yung sex chair. So, yung pamangkin kuno, okay, na naglalaro dun sa sex chair. Alam naman natin yan, okay? So, kumalat din ito, it created widespread condemnation for using a minor in a potentially exploitive and dangerous manner. Alam mo yung hinayaan nila maglaro doon where in fact, alam nila yung purpose. Paano ko baga sabihin na lang na, the name of the kid was Sky. Sky, hindi yan laruan, yan ay pahingahan, something like that. But they let the kid play there. They're making it innocent. But let's be honest, okay? They know what's the real purpose of that chair. At maaari ding sabihin naman ng ibang mga kapanan na, wag mo pakialaman. That's their content. That's their way of earning money. That is correct. But then, this is kind of toxicity that happen in the social media. Marami kasing may sense na content creator. But then, I don't know why lots of people kept on supporting this guy. Wherein, alam mo yun, yung nagkaroon ng incident dun sa Pansit Bato, ginawa nila ng pagtulong, dinaan nila sa mga biro-biroan na namang mga pranks, Usually, paulit-ulit. Okay? Yung napaka-plastic niyang pagtawa. Alam mo yun? Alam mo yung halo-halo ng kaplastikan? Sila na lang ng tatawa. Okay, I don't know. I'm just giving this as my comment. If you're against, go ahead, criticize me as well. But then this is the reality. This is how we see things. Okay? And gusto ko ring itackle dito yung lies and fake acts. Okay? Ang hirap tawagin nito na sir kasi because of his way. Let me just call them this Gabin. His public persona is built on a foundation of inauthentic behavior. Let's be honest, guys. Hindi totoong ganito nangyayari sa totoong buhay. Okay? They're just using it. All right? So, naging kilala siya dun sa paulit-ulit or let's say a pattern of insincere apologies. Okay? Kagaya nun dun sa slide video na nag-backlash. Okay? Nag-issue ng public apology. Okay? Sabi, it was an impulsive upload. Hindi daw inisip ang consequence. Come on. Naturingan kang teacher, ganun kasimple ang pag-iisip mo sa magiging repercussion ng mga pinag-a-upload mo. Kaya alam nyo, nagiging issue dito is yung marami na rin ang gustong patanggalan ng lisensya tong taong to eh. Kasi alam mo yun, he claims that he was a former teacher but then, oo, maraming teacher ang gumagawa ng mali. But then this one, I don't know, he should be, his license should be removed. Paulit-ulit yung pattern niya eh. Okay? If I'm not mistaken, dito sa Pansit Bato, parang nagkaroon ng slight apology pero hindi siya masyadong ganun. Sasabi, in-ignore kasi alam mo yun, hindi naman makaka-apekto sa kanila. Wherein eto, sunod-sunod na nga ang nangyayari eh. Okay? Tapos eto pa ang ginawa nga niya. Inatake. And then after 5 days, okay na. Wow. So, every after controversy, ang gagawin niya, tearful apology, paawa, iiyak-iyak, seryoso-seryoso. Come on. Your whole family sucks. Your acting sucks. Pakacore ninyo. Okay? It only creates similarly problematic content. 'Di ba? So, eto pa. Yung kumalat na issue ngayon, ba't daw inatake tong Gabin na to? Na, kasi nga, 'di ba, na-rush sa hospital because of anxiety attacks ko. Baka sabihin nyo naman, hindi mo yan naramdaman, guys. I've been into this situation. I've encountered this. And I've never expressed this. Alam mo, hindi ako gumawa ng act. Yeah, I'll be honest. I kept on posting on the social media. But then, hindi ako para gumawa ng gantong ka-act. A desperate act. Just for the money. Kaya I'm using this image right now. As you can see, napaka-plastic ang pinaggagawa nito. Sabi pa dito sa naging issue na cheating issue niya. Okay? ah, na-pressure daw kasi kaya nagka-anxiety because ng nangyayari, yun daw sa kasal, pagkawala ng tatay, wherein alam natin ang tagal ng walang tatay nitong, sorry ha, Alice, we're hinayupak na to. Um, namumroblema sila eh. Okay, ang dami na kasi nga sunod-sunod yung nag-i-issue. So, naghahanap sila ng content na para sumikat ulit. Tumunog ang pangalan. Eh, kita nyo, oh, lumalabas sa feeds. Sandamakmak ang gumagatas. And I'm one of them. Okay? But then, itong panggagatas na to, I'm giving the reality here. Eye-opener sa mga Pilipino na huwag kayong magpauto sa uri ng pinaggagawa nito. Okay? Guys, this pattern of using mental and emotional health as a shield from criticism, lalo na kapag nakaharap siya sa mga serious allegation, lalo na to, itong cheating na to. Yung video niya after 5 days, oh guys, nagbabalik ako, okay na, come on, look at your face, you fucking piece of shit. Obvious na wala naman nangyari sa iyo eh. Oo, pwede guys. After 5 days, you could recover from anxiety, okay? So the 5 day reset, this is true. Maring ito nga siguro ang ipang re-reason out nito eh. Kasi when you search this on the social media, you can recover from a single anxiety or panic attack. Or pwedeng sabihin lingering hangover symptoms within 5 days. Pero yung pinakita niya, ka-OA yan, pwede nga i-consider na chronic anxiety disorder yon. But then, etong i-reason out nitong taong to, the 5 day reset. So ano itong ibig sabihin nitong 5 day reset? So day 1 at 2, physical restoration. So di ba, nawala siya, ang gumawa ng content, yung mga kapatid niyang saksakan din naman ng kukorni. Lalo na yung isa pa doon, yung mukhang, yung kulot yung mukhang ewan ko sino yung hinayupak din yun. So ito na nga, day 1 and 2, physical restoration. So ang pwedeng gawin, prioritize sleep, drink plenty of water, and the physical rest. Sumunod, day 3 to 4, cognitive calming. Okay? Ewan natin kung nagganto to. Pero feeling ko baka ito i-reason out nito eh. So, during the day 3 and 4 or the cognitive calming, practice deep breathing, meditation para, alam mo, kalma yung isip. Okay? And avoid such vices including alcohol, nicotine, and caffeine. Kasi yun yung nakakapag-worse nung nararamdaman nating physical anxiety when you're in this situation. Pero dito sa taong to, ewan ko. And then, yun na nga, yung day 5, reintegration. Oh, kaya bumalik sa pagbablog kasi sabi dito, start gently returning to your usual routine. Oh, yung usual routine nila, gumawa ng kakornihang vlog na kung ano-ano while keeping up with your self-care. Okay? Oh, baka kasi sabihin nyo, hindi totoo ito. Let me share the screen ng binabasa ko. Ayan po, as you can see, there. Binasa ko po. Ayan pa, recovering from an anxiety disorder. So, if you're dealing with diagnosed anxiety disorder or ongoing chronic anxiety, full recovery does not happen overnight. So, napaka-imposible. After 5 days, you'll be okay. Nararamdaman siguro nito, wala nang masyadong kita. Alam mo yon. Anyway, I'll stop sharing this na po just to prove na hindi ako nag-iimbento sa harap ninyo. So, maaari ding i-reason out nito kasi ako lang yung family provider. Yun nga eh, bida-bida ka eh. Sasali mo yung mga ibang tao eh. 'Di ba? Kesyo maraming tumatangkilik sa inyo, may pamolsyo-molsyo pa kayo. Artista yarn. Okay. Mas okay pa si Malupiton. Okay. O, iyo masasabi na ngayon artista. But you, come on. Okay sa pinaggagawa mo. Wala ka. Ewan ko. Mabalik lang dun sa mga controversy nga. Ito yung nangyari nga ngayon. Alam mo yun, yung alleged cheating, sabihin man natin totoo o hindi. Alam mo yun, kasi ang binubuo niya family man. Kaya niyang bumuhay ng pamilya, even though he's just at home. Mga ganon-ganon. He has a good relationship with this Elma. Alam mo yun, and then suddenly this would came out. Diba? Alam niyo yun? Oo, sabihin man nating fake news. But then, obviously, hindi ito dahil dun sa pagod. Okay? Kasi ang daming taong gumagawa para sa kanya. He's just doing the acts. And minsan, just to cover up yung kakorniyan, tatawa ng pilit niyang tawa. Okay? I don't know. But then, ito yung, I'll be straightforward. Itong platform na to ang ginagawa niyang tool for fame and money. Mantakin ninyo ha. He has over 9.22 million subscribers and 5.98 billion views across all the channel. Kung iisipin nyo, dito sa mga slapstick, fake shit na pinagkagawa nila, he makes roughly 28,000 to 32,000 US dollar per month just from the YouTube AdSense alone. Okay? Total net worth and sponsorship deals are sobra-sobra na. Tapos sasabihin walang pahinga. Come on. I don't know. I don't believe with this reason na dahil sa pagod. Na, I'm having a second thoughts na totoo talagang may nahuli about this. And siguro nga, pambababain yan to. I don't know with this shit. So, this controversy, this controversy cycle is proven na engagement-driven tactic nitong pamilya nila. Albeit exploitive engagement strategy. Napakalakas ng panghuli po kasi nito. You know, each scandal drives massive viewership and discussion sa mga platform gaya ng YouTube, TikTok, X, tapos itong pambansang tambayan ng mga tao, Facebook, which directly translate to higher ad revenue at nag-o-open ng doors para sa more lucrative brand deals. And also, brand over integrity. Tingnan natin tong sign na to. Kasi his public persona and the content he creates are not about authentic connection. Let's be honest, guys. Kung yung totoong nangyayari daw sa pamilya, as in yung totoong paggising, kung alam mo yun, walang halong script. Kung ano yung usapan nila, ano yung issue, yun ang masasabi ng totoong pamilya. Okay? Exception pa rin dito si Tony Fowler kasi ka-OA yan naman yung pagiging totoo ng mga yon. Okay? Ang ginagawa kasi nila dito, they're just building a brand capable of generating consistent revenue. Okay? The rise narrative is a commercial tool. This is just designate to reset the public's perception and tuloy-tuloy na pera lang. Alam mo yon? Pera-pera pa rin ang nasa isip nitong hinayupak na to. So, yun lang naman yung gusto kong ipahatid. Okay, pasensya na kung nakapagbitiw ako ng masakit na salita, but then that's how I see it. Okay? At para sa'yo, Gavin, maghanap-hanap ka ng ibang iko-content. Kung gusto mong totoo, yung totoo talaga nangyayari. Huwag mong lahaluan yung mga scripted kaplastikan mo. Kung anong totoo nangyayari, i-video mo lang ang sarili mo. Baka sakali pa, magkaroon ng mas magandang imahe yan. Kasi yung mga nakuha mong imahe, out of piece of shit, slapstick comedy, dumb acts you're making. So kung hindi nyo matatanggap to, go ahead. Put a thumbs down. Pero naging totoo lang ako sa sinasabi ko. Wala akong tiwala pa rin sa'yo. Mahina ka pa rin. That's it. That's for my commentary. Again, this is your favorite uncle, Tito Beast. Peace out, guys.